just like saying.
I know, listen.
Oh, God. I'll keep my eye on it. Right.
How's everything down in Wayne?
Great, great. Yes, had a little rain this morning. I don't believe you had it up here.
No, we definitely didn't have it in New
We
Wilmington.
didn't, not Hickory either.
Is that right? Yes, I was surprised. It got dark and the rain started for about a half hour and quit.
Wow.
But as I was driving north here,
Okay.
I could see less and less and come up this way.
I'll tell you what, we just got slammed last week. I don't know if you got it, if you got it down south.
Not like you folks.
We didn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
Ken gave us the.
Okay.
Thank you. Dan, how do you want to handle the swearing? And you just want to do that basically right after we do, or you want to wait till the resolutions?
If you don't mind, after we vote,
That's
make the
right.
official vote, and then
Yeah.
so we don't keep Bruce.
Right.
As soon as we vote on it, then if you don't mind, we can swear him in. And
Do the resolution section. I guess amend the agenda to allow for a vote, then boom, 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 and then we'll do everything
if
else.
that's okay with all you folks.
Sure,
Because
absolutely.
I'm sure Bruce has a lot to do today.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll get you out of here as
Okay.
fast as possible.
Thank you.
But that being said, I will, both ready?
Yes.
Absolutely.
We're recording?
Yep, you're on here.
All right. I will call this August 11th, 2020 meeting of Lawrence County Commissioners to order. Would all please rise for the pledge of allegiance, followed by a brief moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Everyone, please remain standing for a brief moment of silence. Thank you. Vanessa, please call the roll.
Commissioner Spielvogel?
Here.
Commissioner Vogler?
Here.
Commissioner Boyd?
Here. We have a quorum. I will note that we are being recorded both through our live stream, which is heading to YouTube right now, and for our own internal purposes in compiling the minutes. We'd ask that anybody speaking before the board, if they'd be able to utilize that microphone there, that allows us to pick it up and incorporate it into the minutes. Seeing no row officers with us today. Any public comments? Seeing none, we'll move on to the next fiscal and contractual. No advertising for bids and proposals, no receipt of bids and proposals, no fiscal reports, no report on quotes. We do have 3 warrant registers.
Yes, we do.
And they're thick. So I'll give my colleagues a minute to look those over, and then I'll take a motion to accept the warrant register.
See, one of our utility bills are here.
A lot of CYS things too. So I'm glad we're able to get those paid out, a lot of those.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I will move for their acceptance.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, question on the motion, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, motion carries. Up next, approval of the Tuesday, August 4th meeting minutes. Again, I'll give my colleagues a minute to look those over. A minute for the minutes. And take a motion to approve.
Move for approval of the minutes.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, question on the motion, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, motion carries.
Okay.
We have presentation of written communications. We have 2 today. One from Elwood Milk Products, Act 14 notification of NOI. Whatever reason may concern this, the intent of this letter is to notify you of Elwood Milk Products intent to file notice of intention with DEP for a PAG 03 NPDES permit. The applicant is, like I said, Elwood Mill Products, and the site locations in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. So I'm assuming it's their facility in Newcastle. Second item is from UGI Pennant LLC. Notice is hereby given that UGI Pennant intends to submit a Pennsylvania Code Title 25, Chapter 105 General Permit Registration Package to the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection Northwest Regional Office for the above referenced project. And where's the project? Okay, it's in Pulaski Township. Oh, it's a pipeline project.
Right.
All right, so there's a pipeline proposed project is for the stabilization of 2 sections of gas pipeline right away along the previous constructed pipeline project. 1 temporary stream crossing, 1 temporary wetland crossing via timber mats will be required to access the areas that need stabilization. I will note that by state law, various engineering firms and contractors are required to notify the Board of Commissioners if they are completing projects usually related to either DEP, DOT,
Yes.
Department of Transportation, or other state level agencies. While they are required to notify us, the board is not an approving authority. We're just required to get notification so we know what's going on in the county. But I'll take a motion to accept the correspondence.
So moved.
Second. Hearing a motion to second, is there any discussion? Hearing none, question on the motion, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, motion carries. No proclamations and certificates today. No staff reports, commissioner reports and comments. Looks like I'm first today. I'll try to keep this pithy. For any business looking to get relief, the Department of Community and Economic Development just released its second application for small business relief grants under the state program, not the county program. The program itself was opened, not open for applications at 9 a.m. on August 10th, which was yesterday, and it will remain open until the end of the day on August 28th. Depending on the size of your business, you could qualify for a grant ranging from $5,000 to $50,000. The requirements of the program are that the business be physically located in Pennsylvania, certify the new business, and generating at least 51% of their revenue in Pennsylvania. They must have annual revenues of $1 million or less pre-COVID-19, have 25 fewer full-time employees prior to February 15, 2020. The business must have been in operation as of February 15th, 2020, must have been adversely impacted by COVID-19, and the applicant must have not and will not receive another grant under the state's COVID-19 relief program from June 1 to December 31. But any business wanting to apply for that, you can apply through one of the 4 community development financial institutions that service Lawrence County, which are the Reinvestment Fund, Bridgeway Capital, Progress Fund, and Northside Community Development Fund. So that's for any business that was any small business adversely impacted by COVID-19 that's looking for a funding stream to help them cover some operational costs. And that's all I have. Loretta, you're on deck.
And guess what I will be talking
I
about?
couldn't guess for the life of me.
Okay. Well, it's about the census. And I continue to stress it, and we need to stress it because it affects Lawrence County for the next 10 years. Please make sure that you fill out that census, whether it is online, over the phone, through the mail, whatever it is. You need to do that because that gives us, number one, representation in our government functions, as well as the services that come to the county for the residents of Lawrence County. I will note that coming up, there will be people doing door knocking. Census representatives, I believe, have been given the okay to do some knocking on doors, as usually happened in the past, but because of the pandemic, it wasn't started. And I do believe that will be starting up shortly. They will certainly identify themselves and have identification on them when they do come around the different areas. So please be aware that is going on, but certainly do question anybody that comes to your door and make sure that they have the proper identification and they will identify themselves as a census worker. I'm not sure when it officially is starting, but I know that there has been some emails to that effect that it will be happening. So please fill out that census, vitally important.
Thank you.
Okay.
And Dan, you're on deck next.
I have no comments. Thank you, Mr.
Okay.
Chairman.
Sounds good. We'll move on to new business resolutions. We have a resolution for discussion and possible approval to appoint Bruce Badger of Wayne Township as a public director on the Conservation Board to a 4-year term to expire on December 31, 2023. And Dan, since this is your board, I'll let you take over on this resolution.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. We had an excellent board member by the name of Elmer Stewart, who lives out in Scott Township. And Elmer's business kept him very, very busy, and he felt that he was not able to devote the time needed to serve on the board. So consequently, he submitted his letter of resignation. We went through the appropriate process of accepting nomination letters from various community groups to replace Elmer. And I think they've come up with an excellent choice, Mr. Bruce Badger of Wayne Township, who's with us today. The protocol is that the Board of Commissioners has to vote to confirm Mr. Badger. I think he'll bring a lot to the table. And I've known Bruce for many, many years and hold him in very, very high regard. And I know a lot of people hold Bruce in very high regard. So I would strongly recommend that we vote to nominate Mr. Badger. And once that vote occurs, I'm charged with the responsibility of administering the oath of office for Bruce, so that at our next board meeting, he'll be a full-fledged voting member. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Sounds good. Just because we want to respect your time here, what resolution would this be?
This will be 222.
222.
22.
All right, I'll take a motion to amend the agenda to allow for voting on resolution 2020-222.
So moved.
Second.
Hearing a motion and a second, is there any discussion? Hearing none, question on the motion, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the same sign. Motion carries. Resolution 2020-222 states now therefore be resolved by Lawrence County Board of Commissioners that the following individual is hereby appointed as a public director to the Conservation Board of Directors for a 4-year term to expire on December 31, 2023. Bruce Badger, 748 Gas House Road, Wampum, VA 16157, which is noted as in Wayne Township. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
I'll second.
Hearing a motion and a second, is there any discussion? Hearing none, Vanessa, please call the roll.
Commissioner Spielvogel?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
May I administer the oath of office? Bruce, if you'd like to come up, please. First of all, also congratulations to you. Looking forward to working with you. Bruce, if you'd raise your right hand, please. Do you, Bruce Badger, I guess I'm going to read this and you're simply going to say I do if you're so willing. Do you, Bruce Badger, solemnly swear to fulfill the duties and obligations of a director of the Lawrence County Conservation District as outlined in the Conservation District Law, to assume leadership by serving the people of Lawrence County in developing district programs to effectively manage our natural resources, and to uphold and support the Lawrence County Conservation District by your faithful attendance at and participation in district meetings and in the programs and activities of the district? If you will do all of the aforementioned to the best of your ability, please answer, I will.
I will.
And then by the authority invested in me and the position of County Commissioner of Lawrence County, I do hereby declare that Bruce Badger of Wayne Township to be a director of the Lawrence County Conservation District. Please accept my congratulations, and I'm
Thank you.
sure of
Yes,
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
absolutely.
Bruce, so much.
Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Sir.
Thank you.
Bruce, I'll let Joanne know that it's official.
Thank you.
Okay.
So she can put you to work. Yes, we know that. Thank you again.
That just made a good board even better. He's a good man.
Fantastic, that's great.
Thank you for indulging us, Mr. Chairman.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
Up next, resolution for discussion and possible approval to exonerate all county property taxes, penalties, interest, and costs addressed on property identified with parcel number 261871105 for 2017 and 2018. This is very simply a while back. The prior
Yes.
board purchased a new magisterial district office for Magistrate Nicholson. The property that was acquired had back taxes owed on it at both the for both New Beaver Borough, or North Beaver Township, the County of Lawrence, and Mohawk Area School District. This is waiving the county taxes on that parcel. So any questions?
No, and Mr. Chairman, well, we're not at the point of moving, but I'd like, when the time comes, to add to the resolution or amend it so that it reflects the fact that this property is in North Beaver Township. It does have the street address showing Newcastle, but I think for future reference, if we ever have to go back, this will make it clear in which the municipality the property is located. So when we move, I'd like to add that to it if there are no objections.
Well, it's not on the table right now, so we'll just add it right now. That way we don't have to mess around with an amendment.
Maybe after the Newcastle 16102, could we put in parentheses North Beaver Township?
Sounds good.
Thank you very much.
That'll be resolution 2020-223. Up next, transfer of funds resolution for discussion and possible approval to approve transfer from commissioners contingency to miscellaneous allocations for $100,000 for the Tourist Promotion Agency as part of their CARES grant allocation. This is very simply the easiest way to get money from point A to point B in terms of the tourist board. So any questions on that?
Just to clarify, and I think you said it, but just to make it clear, this money is the federal money that we receive.
Yes.
This is not county general tax dollars.
It's the way that we structured, the way that we're proposing to structure it here is, and again, this is just the fastest way to get from point A to point B, is taking $100,000 worth of county offset and applying it towards the allocation for the tourist board. So it's coming out of that chunk. It's
Still federal dollars.
It's the
Yes.
federal dollars.
Okay.
It's just taking sort of an extra step to get it where it needs to go. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Just again,
Yes.
it's not county tax money.
No,
It's federal dollars.
Yes.
Right.
And I think, I guess this might be as good a time as any. The Tourist Promotion Agency relies very heavily on the hotel tax. And in light of so many people no longer traveling due to the virus, the hotels in our community have taken a real hit.
Right.
And accordingly, the revenue for the Tourist Promotion Agency has taken a real hit. So this will be extremely helpful to them.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Absolutely. And I'll also note that Commissioner Spielberg was the commissioner representative to that
Yes.
board.
They continue to do good work during the pandemic. They've adapted.
Is everyone still employed, or did Janet have to lay off anybody?
They're still employed. They're
Yeah.
doing remote working and sometimes office, but they're doing their thing.
Good. Because I know she did have a rainy day fund built up for this, but then there's still.
Yes. It was good that the money could be allocated because of this instance. Yes.
Make that resolution 2020-224. Unless there's any objections?
Nope.
Up next, we have resolution for discussion of possible approval to execute and submit application for the Victim Witness Program for January 1, 2020 through December 31, 2022. Help me out with your name.
It's Kate B. Baird.
Kate Fee Baird, gotcha. Thank you so much for coming to that.
Well, thank you so much for hopefully approving the grant. One thing that I want to communicate to everybody is that when a victim, the most important part of a victim moving from victim to survivor is regaining control. And this grant helps victims do that. Because I'm able to explain the judicial process to the victim, accompany them to see the defendant sentenced, and also hopefully we get restitution for them. Those are all major things for a victim to start reliving their life after a crime has been committed. So this grant, I can't tell you how important it is. It helps with funeral expenses. It helps with medical expenses. We had those last summer, we had those terrible homicides. And I don't know how these people get past their grief, but I'm telling you, they're so resilient, and I'm awestruck by it. And I'm grateful that our county is able to help them in some small way with this grant. So I'm a big cheerleader on this, and I'm just so glad that we can do something so positive in our county. That's all I have to say. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. I have no questions. It's a phenomenal program. You do phenomenal work. So thank you.
It's important. It's real.
Very important, and that's the bottom line. Things to us that we don't think may be important when you're dealing with that trauma for whatever is happening or going on, to know that there, first of all, is a support system. Somebody that is reaching out to be there for you, to address those small needs that weighing on them are very heavy, like boulders, to know if there's somebody else there that realizes that and is reaching out to help, even if it's just in such a small way, is so vitally important.
Yes, because for some victims, something as a lot of them don't know the funeral bills could be covered.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to make loans to pay for the unexpected funeral. And I try to communicate as soon as I know a homicide has occurred and it's in the paper, whatever, I try to track down the funeral director. And I let the funeral director know, listen, when they come in and talk to you, let them know that we can help up to $6,500 with the bill. And that relieves them of that burden, because people worry about, I mean, obviously, they worry about that.
Absolutely.
I just, I can't say enough about this program.
And you at the helm. You know, without revealing our ages, we've worked together in various capacities throughout the years, and you know what's near and dear to my heart, and knowing that you're there and have done such great work in that capacity over all of those years makes it easy for it. Just
so the board knows,
yeah.
Loretta and I spoke about it. I'm retiring. And
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, yeah, right.
Well, thank you for your years of service.
Oh my gosh.
I knew you'd be shocked.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I knew it.
You're like she's a buddy from the hometown.
Oh, but yes.
But he's been a bond with my family forever.
Yeah.
And so I knew he'd be shocked.
I am shocked.
Yeah.
You know what?
Well, I was, when I read that, I thought, because you love your work so much.
I do love my
and you do
work.
so well, that I would have, it was a bit shocking. And then of course you realize the loss that is there, you know. How do we replace you?
Well, I'm sure it will happen. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Just
on
let
this.
me know, because I gotta put that in the mail whenever you have it ready. I'll throw it in the mail. We'll be
Sure.
done. Thank you so much.
How are they gonna be able to transfer your passion?
Right.
First,
Correct.
you're so
Absolutely.
passionate.
Well, thank you very much.
And I gotta say this, your mom and dad would be very proud.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you, Kate.
Okay.
Can I be excused?
Yeah, you're in good shape. I don't think there's any issue passing.
No.
We'll make that resolution 225.
Okay.
Unless there are any objections.
No objections.
And what we'll do here is, we'll go through the transfers first and then amend the agenda to allow for voting on those. So the first transfer is, out of the Prothonotari's office. They're moving $5,000 from the Prothonotari's contingency fund to the Prothonotari's part-time fund. I guess she needs more in the way of part-time support right now.
Okay.
So we'll just do all these together. So we'll go through and do a motion to accept all the transfers or approval of transfers. Commissioners, we're moving $500 from contracted services to materials and supplies. And the rationale for this is we don't currently have enough money in our budget, enough money in materials and supplies to cover current expenses. And the last item is out of the court's budget. And this is by looking at the number, that's court contingency, not commissioner's contingency. But $4,000 moving from the court contingency to their equipment maintenance. They're purchasing a new recording system for courtroom 5. Any questions on any of those transfers? No. All right, I'll take a motion to approve each of the transfers.
So moved.
Second. Hearing a motion, second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Question on the motion. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And then I'll take a motion to amend the agenda to allow for voting on resolutions 2020-223 through 2020-225.
So moved.
Second. Hearing a motion second, is there any discussion? Hearing none, question on the motion, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the same sign, motion carries. Resolution 2020-223, now therefore be resolved by Lawrence County Commissioners that Lawrence County Commissioners exonerate all county property taxes, penalties, interest, and costs assessed on the property identified with parcel number 261871105 for 2017 and 2018. I'll note that this only pertains to county property taxes, does not pertain to North Beaver Township or Mohawk Area School District property taxes. But I'll take a motion.
So moved.
Second. Hearing a motion is second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Question on the motion. Vanessa, please call the roll.
Commissioner Steelvogel?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Up next, resolution 2020-224. Now therefore be resolved by Lawrence County Board of Commissioners that authorization is hereby given to the appropriate administrative officials to transfer a total of $100,000 described in detail on the attachment designated as T-2020-007. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Hearing a motion and a second, is there any discussion? Hearing none, question on the motion. Vanessa, please call the roll.
Commissioner Steelvogel?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. And finally, resolution 2020-225, now therefore be resolved by Lawrence County Board of Commissioners that authorization is hereby given to execute and submit the attached application to the Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency for the year January 1, 2021 through December 31, 2022 in the amount of $135,000 as well as all necessary and accompanying documents. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Hearing a motion is second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Question on the motion. Vanessa, please call the roll.
Commissioner Steelvogel?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. We have no ordinances in any way, shape, or form today. Announcements. We will not have a public meeting next Tuesday, which is August 18th, due to the CCAP virtual conference. So we'll still be here,
Yes.
but we'll be in our own offices participating in what would have been the fall CCAP summer CCAP conference. So the next regularly scheduled commissioners meeting will be at 10 a.m. on Tuesday, August 25, in this room. So that's not next Tuesday, but two Tuesdays from now. The Planning Commission will be meeting at the North Beaver Township building tomorrow, which is the 12th. Yeah, August 12th at noon. And the Retirement Board meeting, which was originally scheduled for the 18th of August,
Okay.
as that meeting has been canceled and has been, instead of meeting, has been scheduled for August 25th, immediately after the commissioners meeting on that day. Am I missing anything?
No, I think you covered it.
Mhm.
I might be a first.
Oh,
Damn it.
No. Just an addendum to what you said. The planning commission meeting will be an outdoor meeting
Yes.
at a picnic pavilion, so then it'll be appropriately spaced. No, you got that right. Just that it's an outdoor meeting.
Gotcha.
As much as I have grown accustomed to the Zoom meetings and, the different ways that we have been continuing to meet remotely, I look forward to the in-person meetings because I think we need to get that socialization back and, having conversation, even if it has to be, 6 feet apart with a mask. I look forward to meetings, yes.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was awesome just last Friday, just to go to the Farm Bureau
Yes,
and tour
yes.
the Yost Farm, just to be able to see and interact with other people even
Right.
more appropriately. It was nice to get out of the office.
It was nice.
And I think that was your first one. The Farm Bureau does that every year.
Yes.
And as I think we noted, they alternate between Lawrence and Beaver County. This year it was Lawrence County's turn, and we
Yes.
were down at the Yost Farm, as Morgan mentioned, in New Beaver Borough. And it was a good turnout. A number of legislators were there. Senator Vogel, Representative Sonata,
Yes.
a couple House members from Beaver County.
Yes.
Our fellow commissioner, Mr. Manning from Beaver County, was there. And I agree, it was nice to get
It was
out.
nice.
It's a beautiful farm and
Yes. The equipment, phenomenal, knowing how, the automation and what they're using as far as, just the systems and satellites and oh my gosh, it was very impressive.
I still can't believe you didn't go take it for a ride.
Well, I would just let the Yosts know that, I might be pulling one of those machines out of that garage, although I would not want to pull it out of the garage. I just would like to see, they're massive. And I'm duly impressed. Like I said, I'm a city girl, so to be out there and participating in such things that I'm not familiar with is such a great learning experience for me. I was very, very appreciative of the opportunity. Yeah, definitely.
Well, seeing as no member of the public is here, I'm just going to assume there are no, I'm not going to assume any public comments? No? All right, well, we'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second, we have a motion to second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, question on the motion. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the same sign. Motion carries. Lawrence County Board of Commissioners is adjourned.
Very good.
Meeting.
Didn't quite beat the 13-minute mark.
No. But very well done.
Are you still on?
Yeah, we're on. Give me a second.
Okay.